despite heavy losses in armored vehicles. The Russians stubbornly continue to assault Ukrainian positions. In this video, I'll show you the types of anti-tank missile systems Ukrainian soldiers use to take out Russian tanks. The Russian convoy came into the line of sight of a Skiff ATGM operator, also known as the Ukrainian Javelin. Without hesitation, the soldier locks onto the target and fires a missile. Using a laser, he guides it straight into the tank. The laser beam must stay on the target until the missile hits it. Good job. In the fight against Russian tanks and armored vehicles, anti-tank guided missiles are one of the key weapons. ATGMs have changed the game. In the past, fighting tanks required other tanks or aircraft, but now a single mobile system can keep an entire army at bay. An anti-tank missile system, anti-tank mines, artillery, and unmanned aerial vehicles are four powerful elements that together form an impenetrable shield against armored vehicles. In this video, we see 7 armored vehicles heading out for their final assault. The reconnaissance drone transmits data to the operator of the ATGM system. The soldier has identified the target. His first victim is the tank leading the convoy. This is how a missile costing $20,000 destroys a tank worth around $500,000 and turns it into a pile of burning scrap metal. The Russians are well aware of the power and threat of the Skiff. That's why they actively hunt it. In turn, the Ukrainians effectively camouflage the Skiff and even create decoy targets. Here's another interesting case. The crew of a T-72 tank decided to break through the Ukrainian army's defense on their own and open a path for further advancement. The Ukrainians meet him with heavy artillery fire, but by some miracle, he manages to advance forward unharmed. Without hitting a single anti-tank mine, the tank gets closer, all the while firing at Ukrainian positions. There are just under 5 kilometers to the nearest trenches, but the tank is already in the sights of the Skiff operator. This is where his luck runs out. The missile of this anti-tank missile system easily covers such a distance and hits its target. Just look at the professionalism demonstrated by the Ukrainian soldiers. With the first shot, they stop the tank and finish it off using an FPV drone. And this is the work of another equally well-known anti-tank missile system of Ukrainian production, called the AT-4 Spigot. The missile is equipped with a fragmentation-high explosive warhead, capable of penetrating the armor of tanks and other armored vehicles at a range of up to 3 kilometers. Here are the footage of the successful destruction of a Russian tank convoy on a strategically important road for the Ukrainians. Working in tandem with the FPV drone operator, the soldier, with his AT-4 Spigot, takes up a strategic position on a hill and begins to knock out enemy vehicles as if in a shooting range. You might have noticed that the launcher operator aims the sight not directly at the target, but slightly above it. Do you know why he does this? The reason is that when the missile is launched from the container, and before its engine activates, it is affected by Earth's gravitational pull. And this attempt at an enemy tank assault ended in failure. From a bird's eye view, the reconnaissance drone operator tracks moving targets. There's no room for mistakes here. Every detail, every movement of the convoy is relayed in real time. The operator relays the coordinates to the TOW missile system crew. This weapon is capable of hitting targets at long distances with surgical precision. TOW is a semi-automatic anti-tank missile system developed in the United States. The feature of this anti-tank missile system is that the shooter guides the missile to the target using wires, which ensures the reliability and accuracy of the strike. The missile reaches the target and detonates, using a shaped charge warhead capable of penetrating up to 900 millimeters of armor. The operator locks onto the target. It's a tank moving across open terrain. With the second shot, the missile disables the tank. A direct hit. Now, Another tank appears on the operator's anti-tank missile system screen. The missile slices through the air and strikes the target with pinpoint accuracy. The TOW missile weighs 93 kilograms. To make it more mobile, the system is also mounted on the Bradley infantry fighting vehicle. This significantly increases its firepower against enemy armored vehicles. You've probably already seen these striking shots from the Kursk region, where the brave Bradley crew breaks through the enemy's defenses. But few know that the missile fired in this video is none other than the TOW anti-tank missile system. Impressive power. Intelligence reported that an enemy tank convoy has begun moving toward the forest area. Ukrainian forces armed with the French MILAN anti-tank missile system set up an ambush. The crew quietly took up a position, waited for the targets to appear, and attacked them from a short distance, where accuracy is at its peak. One of the tanks manages to escape the trap, but the Ukrainians are not about to let it go. They chase it down with a drone and finish the job. The Milan is a compact, effective, and relatively easy-to-use anti-tank missile system. It was developed through the joint efforts of France and Germany. It has proven highly effective against tanks, armored vehicles, bunkers, and fortifications. The Milan also shares several similarities with the Ukrainian AT-4 Spigot anti-tank missile system. Both are capable of operating in any conditions. They use semi-automatic guidance with optical tracking, meaning the operator keeps the target centered in the sight, while the system automatically adjusts the missile's trajectory. Communication between the missile and the launcher is maintained via wires. These systems also use missiles with shaped charge warheads, designed to penetrate armored vehicles, including those with reactive armor. Although the RPG does not have the same power and range as anti-tank missiles, it plays a key role in combating armored vehicles. Just take a look at what the Russian command came up with. They filled a tank with explosives and sent it straight into the Ukrainian trenches. The Ukrainians greeted this gift with 2 RPG shots. A powerful explosion shook everything in the vicinity. Not far from this spot, another tank stopped in the middle of a field and became an excellent target for the Swedish RPG called the M3 Carl Gustaf. And this video shows how an infantry fighting vehicle and a tank decided to storm an entire village. But they don't realize that Ukrainian defenders are waiting for them. A soldier hides in one of the houses with an RPG-7, waiting for the tank to pass by, and then fires directly at its tracks. When a tank advances on infantry, with its heavy weaponry and thick armor, fear could paralyze anyone. But not the Ukrainian soldiers. They know every shot is a chance to survive, a chance to stop the enemy. And of course, I couldn't miss showing you the 2 most famous and beloved anti-tank missile systems of the Ukrainians, the Javelin and NLAW. The British NLAW anti-tank missile system weighs only about 12 kilograms and can be used by a single person, making it highly mobile and convenient for fast-moving units. The missile uses the top attack principle. It first flies toward the target, then homes in on it, ensuring accurate hits even if the tank tries to maneuver. When the missile locks onto its target, it penetrates the tank's armor, creating a powerful explosion inside that destroys the interior of the vehicle. Here, a Ukrainian soldier, in complete darkness, approached from behind the tank and hit its vulnerable rear section with an NLAW missile. The explosion of the tank illuminated the entire area. Here's another case where an infantryman, spotting a target on the other side of the field, didn't hesitate, took his NLAW, and struck the enemy tank. What was once a formidable weapon is now a blazing heap of metal. Compact and lightweight, The NLAW allows an infantryman to discreetly take up a position in cover, whether it's a destroyed house, a basement, or even a rooftop. In this video, we see a convoy of 6 combat vehicles advancing, ready for an assault. But Ukrainian soldiers are already prepared to disappoint them. In their hands is a weapon designed to destroy armored vehicles with maximum precision. It's called the Javelin. A single precise shot can change the course of a battle and give the advantage to those defending their land. Soldiers appreciate it because it uses infrared homing, allowing the missile to strike the target with maximum accuracy. And the operator doesn't have to guide the missile all the way to the target. Here's another interesting moment when the shooter couldn't even see the target, but only noticed some smoke in the distance and decided to launch a missile on a top-down trajectory. Imagine his surprise when he hit a tank worth $1 million. Ukrainians also frequently use the captured AT-14 Spriggan anti-tank missile system. This weapon is designed to destroy armored vehicles, including tanks and other armored targets, at distances of up to 5.5 kilometers. The system uses laser guidance, ensuring high accuracy. The Spriggan can launch missiles with various warheads, including shaped charge and thermobaric, to target different types of enemies. I'm planning to make a video comparing the Ukrainian ATGM Skiff with the Russian ATGM Spriggan. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in seeing it.